Gold crypto investing, and you can see what we're looking at in the market today on this beautiful, sunny, gorgeous, glowing late February, late winter, snowy, not a snowy day, but blowing and drifting snow, lots of snow on the ground, beautiful blue skies, and look at that gorgeous, glowing, stunning sun, mid-afternoon sun ascent in the sky in the greater Bloomington metropolitan area in central Illinois. This is Vincenzo's Gold Crypto Investing, where you like, subscribe, and share for a one-of-a-kind, company-made, probability-based trading alert, technical analysis, company philosophy, right? And you can see what we got going on here right now. The Doge, everything's kind of stable, right? Oh, look at the XRP. It's had a nice little pump. We're going to go and see the pumpers, right? We got some pumpers in the audience. You can see we're holding on that 200-day down here that we've been talking about. You hit the 200-day. Oh, we got some fire trucks. Hit the 200-day here, hit the 200-day, 200-day. Now you pumped, got back above the 100 and the 50, and you're coming up to upper resistance. You see resistance, 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 resistance. If you can get by there, you can try to trade back up to your upper resistance right now. And if you can continue going, that green arrow would be your major upper sell zone at any kind of localized pump. But we're starting to, it's a descending line, so it's trailing lower. And you can see the underneath support that you're watching for a big breakdown is at 73 cents and uptrending now. And then 47 cents would be your underneath target on a pattern breakdown. Keep it moving along with the current price. See that? See what we got going on there? So that's what you got to watch out for this weekend. Is if you keep pumping up, this is your major sell zone. If you break the 73 cents, you're coming back here first and then down there, right? So break the 200 and this uptrending line, that's a major sell zone. You get out of the market. And XRP right here, if you get below the 200-day and the 73 cent uptrending lower support in this symmetrical triangle, that's your sell zone, and you ride it all the way to 47 cents down. If you pump up and you're trying to play a pump still, this would be your major sell zone up here, right? So you can see with our industry exclusive drawing tool, 16% up, you sell. If you break this lower support, 13% down, you sell it because you're coming all the way down for 42% flush, right? So that's what you got going on here. There, you can see XLM is doing exactly what we thought it would. It's now trying to bounce. We're going to put some arrows in here to make this a little bit easier, right? So it's trying to bounce. You hit your upper resistance right here where the red arrow is, and that's back testing your upper resistance that used to be lower support when you were in this symmetrical triangle. XLM was in a symmetrical triangle too, and you can see you hit a couple times right here. It was support in orange, right? We had support in orange. Then we had support in orange, the orange arrow right here. See that? And then where the red arrow was, it came back and back tested it as upper resistance. And that's textbook on how things usually work when you're breaking out of a very long consolidation pattern. And that's what this was, a symmetrical triangle. And you can see that where we have multiple hits of upper resistance. Look at that, upper resistance. See that? Oh, upper resistance is red. So we're going to make it red. You can see that upper resistance there. And then you can see some more lower support over this very, very long. Look at this was June of 2000. Wrong one. This was June of 2021. So that shows you how long of a consolidation this has been. You can see we had that double tap, 1, 2 of support right there. So we're going to make that orange. And then now you can see we broke down out of that. You broke down out of this pattern, right? See what I'm talking about? I want to really make sure you guys understand this. For the next time you see a very long symmetrical triangle, right? Resistance, support, support, resistance, resistance, support, support, and then a flush. Now that you see this is a very long pattern that started back in June of 2021, right? When you flush down, you find a support zone where this orange ring is, right? Or the blue ring, and it did. And then we traded back up, and we told you now. What they often, but not always, like to do after a flush is they love to run back up now and back test. What used to be support, 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 support when you flush, when it comes back up, it's upper resistance now, and they love to do that. Sometimes they pump all the way up, like XRP. If you look at if you look at XRP right here, you can see what I'm talking about. Where you had XRP, you can see XRP came all the way up to the 200-day there, but then if you go back to XLM, you can see it got rejected right there on the back test, right? And that's what usually happens, but sometimes, like XRP, they like to break back into the triangle, right? See that? They like to break back in, come up to the 200-day moving average, and then get rejected, right? And it did do that, and now it's trying to hold support to try to hit its ultimate target, and then start to trade back down, and then maybe even trade up to here, and then it rug pulls, and you get a 50% flush from there, right? But what's more likely to happen is you continue to trade, and then you break down, right? That's the more probable solution. And you can see XLM played out beautifully as you back tested it, and now you've fallen down. Oops, I need to get rid of that. Oh, get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. And get rid of that. And you can see now it's coming down, and what I would look for now is, can you hold support here? Because this is your critical. If you break below here now, where you built your base, if you break below this point right there, see that? We're going to make that green. If you break below that green arrow, you're coming all the way down to that green arrow down there at 10 cents on the next underneath ring. So that's what we're going to watch out for in XLM. And you can see the Bitcoin is doing the same thing. It's straddling that lower support on the blue ring, right? You see that? It's just straddling it, getting rejected. It's on the bottom side, but it came down to our underneath blue ring down here that we've been telling you. It's going to start acting as underneath support, and that's your last real line of, is this market flushing or is this market going to hold? If it gets below this blue ring, like we've been telling you, you're coming all the way down to 32,520. If you break that 39,000 uptrending blue ring right there, right, as you were holding support on the orange ring, and if you break that, you can see we're in a tightening range here as you got your upper resistance and lower support narrowing, and eventually this is either going to fly up, or as it rotates into this, it's going to crash, right? And I think it's going to crash as it rotates through Vincenzo's Gold Crypto Investing Quadrant, right? And as we know, when you're trading in from the Western quadrant, it's hyper volatile, and then it gets very tight and constricts, and then as it rotates through the null or the center phase of the Vincenzo's quadrant, right as it breaks the center line, it gets hyper volatile and usually crashes, and then it trades back up and follows this, right? So that's what I think's going on there. We're going to keep an eye on this. Peace and love. Peace and love.